because the last few days have been pretty grey and miserable, but when the sun comes out and you come to somewhere like this, it just feels like life is worth living.
But I literally just trod on that thing and it just like squirmed under my foot. I thought it was going to get me.
Luckily they got shells, otherwise you'd have got squished. Hey everyone, and welcome to our channel. We are Hannah and Jonny, two travellers on an endless adventure. In 2017, we started finding our adventure to travel full time. Since then, we've lived in a camper van with our cats, learnt to surf, and even moved to Cornwall. Hit the subscribe button to join us each week for a new episode of Finding Our Adventure, as we search for adventures big and small. Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Finding Our Adventure. This week we're back in Cornwall, which is where we live at the moment, and we are starting to feel the summer. We've just had the summer solstice, so the longest day of the year, and the weather is definitely getting warm. We've just come out to a nearby beach near Newquay, and it's well known for this time of year to have beautiful poppies. So we've just got a lovely field of poppies behind me, and there's also some on the other side. I don't know if there is many this year or if there's more that come through later on in the year, so we might be a little bit early, but I think from around June to July it's really popular to see these beautiful fields of poppies. We've just been walking along the coastal path, and it's so nice to come out into nature. The birds are singing and there's bees everywhere, and we've just come to this viewpoint of Kernow beach, and there's quite a few surfers out there. There's some nice rolling waves. The sun is supposed to be coming out, but it's really struggling to burn through the clouds, so maybe we'll be lucky in a minute. So one of the things we love about Cornwall is all of the wildflowers everywhere, and especially this time of year. We mentioned the poppies, but there's also these beautiful pink flowers, and they're called sea thrifts, and we actually got some from the garden centre for our own garden, but they're so beautiful, and when the sun's out and you see the beautiful pink flowers against the turquoise water, you cannot beat it. This is one of our favourite beaches, and we actually came here back in 2020, I think was the first time we came here. The tide's gone out at the moment, but it's really beautiful when the tide comes all the way in. Because it's so shallow, the water looks crystal clear and it's so beautiful. We're just watching a few bodyboarders catching some waves, and there are a few like sheep and stuff on the other side, so I think we're just going to walk a little bit further and then find a nice spot for just watching the waves for a bit.
It's funny that the weather's been nice and sunny and warm all week, and the day that we decide to pick up the camera, it clouds over, but I can see a little bit of blue sky ahead of us, and it is supposed to be really good weather from the rest of this week.
So we just drove just down the road to Newquay, and we're trying out a new pizza place tonight. It's called Pizza Jockeys, and it smells amazing. I went for the basil faulty, and Jonny went with the Sergeant Pepper, and it's still nice and hot. Oh, it looks so good. And we just come down to the beach. There's loads of surfers, there's some good waves. Could life get any better? So we didn't film much whilst we were eating because it was so tasty and we were so hungry. So definitely recommend that pizza. We were also being eyed up by a few seagulls, and they were trying to luck their chances, so we had to eat super quick. But yeah, it's really nice down at Fistral Beach. There's loads of surfers going for like a post-work surf, and the waves are actually looking pretty good today. I don't know how big they are, maybe 3 foot, something like that. But yeah, it looks really nice out there, so maybe tomorrow we were saying maybe we'll go for a surf. Good morning everybody. Today the sun is out, so we've decided to go and explore the Roseland Peninsula, which is actually somewhere that we haven't explored much of. We've just parked up and we're walking along the coastal path to a place that I've really wanted to come for a long time, because I've heard the food is really, really good. So it's a little bit of a walk. I think it's maybe 5 or so minutes, but
5 minutes.
5 or so minutes.
That's
I'm so
sneaky.
hungry. I'm just like, I just want the food now. But yeah, it's so beautiful here. There's a lot of wildlife in this area. So yeah, we're going to take you along and explore. So we've come to the Hidden Hut and they serve incredible food. So we've just ordered a salad and we've also got a beef stew, and it feels so hot right now. I think I need to put my hat on, but it's beautiful weather and it overlooks the beach just next to us.
Mabel.
We've just finished our lunch and we've come down to the beach, and we met a really lovely family when we were at the Hidden Hut, eating food and exchanging stories about travelling. And yeah, the colour of the water is insane. Like, it's a beautiful turquoise blue. It's super calm as well. So there's a few paddle boarders, we've seen a few kayakers as well, and it definitely feels much quieter on the south coast. There's a few like little villages dotted around. So I'd love to come back and do a few walks here as well. It feels like the flipping Mediterranean, because the boats on the water are just bobbing, and the weather is so hot. I think it's supposed to be like 25 or something today, but it feels hotter. And I've already got a t-shirt tan from earlier at lunch, so I'm trying to work on my tan now to even out the t-shirt tan. But yeah, it's so nice, so calm. There's hardly any wind either, so it's going to be hard to leave the beach, but I'm going to make the most of it for the next hour or so, and maybe even go in for a dip.
I'm buzzing, let's drink up. Your death look like big fun. Come on, let's get it on. Like that Marvin Gaye song. I'm stunning, you love it. Come on, give me something. I know that you want it. Come on, give me something. The night is young and so are we. So maybe you should leave with me. The night is young and so are we, baby. The night is young, so let's have some fun. If you love me right, yeah, this could be the summer of our lives now, honey. Give it to me like you know you should now, baby. This could be the summer of our lives, the summer of our lives. The sun sets on fire, tell me your desires. We're not getting tired, baby, take me higher. I'm sunning, you love it, come on, give me something. I know that you want it, boy. The night is young and so are we. So maybe you should leave with me. The night is young and so are we, baby. The night is young, so let's have some fun. If you love me right, yeah, this could be the summer of our lives now, honey. Give it to me like you know you should now, baby.
So the water is actually not too cold, but it is crystal clear, and you can see the bottom of the water, and you can see the sand, and I just saw a tiny little crab.
I don't know if you can see that crab down there that Hannah's trying to get, but I literally just trod on that thing and it just like squirmed under my foot. I thought it was going to get me.
Luckily they got shells, otherwise you'd have got squished. On the edge of this beach there's a few rocks, and in the rocks there's a few rock pools, and I've just been exploring and found some, I think they're anemones, they're like little red tentacles, and when we were in Pembrokeshire, we did some coasteering, and I'm pretty sure they're the ones that, like, when they come out of the water they kind of shrivel up and then they squirt at you. So yeah, they're really cool. And there's a few little other things like snails and lots of seaweed. We've had such an amazing day, definitely what we've needed, because the last few days have been pretty grey and miserable, but when the sun comes out and you come to somewhere like this, it just feels like life is worth living. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a barbecue later as well, so today is going to be, you know, one for the books.
So we've made it back from the beach. We've had an amazing day so far, and we've decided to have a barbecue because the weather is so lovely. And we are using the Solo Stove Bonfire, I think it's called. Solo Stove has kindly sent us this fire pit. It's a smokeless fire pit. It's amazing. We've used it once so far for a barbecue, and we've also got a big iron grate that goes on the top so we can have a barbecue. And we're going to get that lit now and get the food ready, and then we're going to have a delicious dinner.
So I've been slaving in the kitchen and I've been making some skewers, chicken skewers. We've got green peppers, red onions and chicken and chorizo. We've just got our first batch of chicken off barbecue, and it's gone really nice and like crispy on the edges, and it's really nice and tender as well. It tastes very good. Everything tastes better when it's barbecued.
That was a delicious barbecue, and we hope you've enjoyed this week's episode as we've explored a bit more of Cornwall. We've got plenty more adventures from Cornwall to come this summer, and we've got a very exciting adventure happening in next week's episode. Behind us is a little bit of a clue, if you can see that. But don't forget to give us a like and a comment and subscribe if you've watched this far, and we'll see you guys next week.